Okay, so remember when I said I was going to stop treating this bronzer like my grandmother's good towels? Well, it's been 3 months. We have a lot to talk about. If you're new here, my name is Leanna, and this is my 2026 Pan to Plan first quarter update. If you missed that video, I will have it linked down below. At the beginning of 2026, I decided that I was going to attempt to do a plan to pan using some of my oldest products to see how many uses I could get out of those throughout the year, or even possibly pan them. If I don't like them, they gotta go. We have a lot to go over. Get a snack, get a shot of tequila, and let's get it on. I have my tracking spreadsheet over here on my monitor. I will be referencing that. I'm just going to go in alphabetical order because that's how they're listed on my sheet. We're going to start with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam Palette. I have had this product since 2020. This was my very first big girl eyeshadow palette. I was super excited to get it, and you can see that there are quite a few dips in there where I used it often when I first got it. I have only used this palette 3 times in the first quarter, so therefore I'm going to declutter it because I do not reach for it. There's nothing about this palette that excites me. There are a few shades in here that I would definitely use, but I have those shades elsewhere in my collection. And this palette is very warm, and I have learned that I really love my cool tone eyeshadows, so surprisingly, I'm letting that go. My Bare Minerals Invisible Bronze. This product is discontinued, and I quit using it because it was discontinued, and I knew that I would never get another one, but like my grandmother's towels, what good is it going to do me if I never use it? If you can tell, I will put a picture of what it looked like when I started this in January. I have used this a total of 29 times. I have it on today. I love this bronzer. I love it. If any of you know of a dupe for this bronzer, let me know down in the comments, because when this one is gone, I need to find a replacement, but I'm going to rock on with this. This is my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finishing Powder, and it is in the shade Medium 2. And I have used this a total of 20 times, and you can see by the comparison picture that there is some progress, obviously, with 20 uses. I do like this powder, however, I do wish that it did not have a tint to it. That changes how my makeup looks, and I would just rather that it were translucent. And to be transparent, I did buy this for the packaging. It will be a very nice compact for me to use to franken something in it when it's gone. This is the ColourPop liquid eyeliner in Wine Not, and I used this a total of 3 times, and I am not crazy about a liquid eyeliner. And also, I've had this for a very long time, and it's kind of drying up, so I'm going to declutter it. I have the CoverGirl Exhibitionist 24-hour Kohl eyeliner in the shade Black. And I have used this quite often. I have used it 5 times since January. And I really do like this eyeliner. It is a very nice eyeliner. However, like I said, I pulled my oldest products, and this is really dry. It's very crumbly, and I am not enjoying that at all. And the whole purpose of having my makeup is so that I enjoy it. So I'm going to declutter this one as well. The Dose of Colors eyeliner in the shade Unbox. That is what the shade color is. I will swatch that for you real quick. It is a pretty brown. I do like this. It's very creamy, still very usable. I have only used it twice because I was using other eyeliners to play around with, so this will be staying in. Okay, now I have an issue. I had 3 of the little small e.l.f. liquid eyeshadows. They were in the shades Disco Queen, Little Dipper, and Moon. 2 of them were dried up. 1 of them I used once or twice. I am not a liquid eyeshadow person. I have decluttered those. Where I decluttered them to, I have no idea. I cannot find them. I have hunted. I must have just lost my mind and tossed them in the trash. So I will put a picture here so that you know what one of them looked like, but they're gone. The next 2 products are the e.l.f. No-Budge eyeshadow sticks. Again, eyeshadow sticks really are not my thing. I do like this one, and I used it kind of as an eyeliner. The other thing that I used this as, let me swatch it for you, is on my lips. And believe it or not, it looked really nice on my lips. So I'm going to keep it and continue to use it and play around with it. It's still very creamy, even though I've had these for a long time. I used this one 3 times, and then I had an amethyst. No, this is amethyst. This is rich amethyst. I had another one called Magnetic Pull, and I decided to declutter that one. It felt a little dry, and I didn't like the shade of it. And I guess it ended up wherever the other e.l.f. products are because I can't find it. Next up is my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I have used this a total of 29 times. I will put a comparison picture of what it looked like when I started this project. I had had this for so long that it was pulling away from the sides of the jar. When I first bought this and was new to using a face primer, I really did enjoy it. It really does blur your pores. I use it with the Poreless Putty brush. I love that application, and I have other primers, and I don't ever use, I was not using a primer at all because I just didn't see a need in it. I really like how this kind of sets down my skincare, which will be a little bit shiny. It kind of mattifies it a little bit, and it does blur my pores. So I am enjoying this, and now I wish all of my other primers were like this. I do have a couple that are like this because I really enjoy the brush application. My Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Powder Foundation in the shade 260. This is where it is. I have used this a total of 15 times. I really do like this foundation. However, I'm noticing that it's just a little bit too yellow for me. I can't decide whether I want to finish using this. I'm not into hate panning. You know, I'm just, if I'm not really liking something, I don't want to continue to use it. I don't dislike this product. I'm just not crazy about the shade. But the shade is not too bad. I'm going to leave it in for now and play with it through the summer, through the next quarter, and we'll reevaluate then. I have 2 Hourglass products. I have the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush in Luminous Flush, and I have really put a dent in this. I don't know if you can see the difference between this and where we started, but I have used this 29 times. I have this on today along with the Bare Minerals bronzer. I use quite a lot of my products in this project today, and I really do like how this looks. It's very pretty. Along with that, I have the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Dim Light. I have not used this as often. I've used this only 5 times, and it is a very nice powder. I do really like it. I just wish, I mean, it's a mini, which is why I bought them, because they were mini. I just wish, maybe I need to get a smaller brush to use it, and that would help me to use it more often. Maybe that's what my issue is. This is the Kapari Starry Eyed Balm, and this is really, really good if you have dry under eyes. I used this a total of 5 times. Why? I don't know. I don't think it's for any reason. I have it over there in a different little container than the rest of my stuff. So I think maybe I need to move it so that it's in my line of sight, because I really do like this. I used the Benefit under eye primer all the time, and of course they don't make that anymore. And this is not quite the same, but it is very hydrating for your under eyes, and I have very dry, crinkly under eyes, and that really does help a lot. The LYS Higher Standard Satin Matte Cream Blush in the shade Self Love. I have used this a total of 14 times, and it is a beautiful blush. It is drying out just a little bit, but it is a beautiful shade, and I do love it. Once you get through that little dry part on the top, it's fine. This is the MAC Extra Dimension eyeshadow, and it is in Smoky Mauve. It is a beautiful shade, and I have not reached for it, not once. I didn't reach for it before, which is why I put it in this project, and I just don't feel that I'm going to reach for it. So I'm going to declutter it. It's really pretty. I don't know why. I'm not a big fan of these eyeshadows in these little components. If it were just in the pan, and I don't know if I can get this out of here. It's not magnetic. I don't think that I can. If it were just in a pan, I would put it in with my singles and get some use out of it, but I'm going to let that one go. This is the Maybelline Ultimate Lip Crayon in More Truffle. I have had this for quite some time. It is what I'm wearing today. I have used this a total of 5 times. Not very much, but more than what I was using it before. So this will be staying in, and I will continue to work on it. The Melt Perfectionist Brow Ultra Fine Pen. I used this today. It is a nice pen. It's very, very fine. The strokes that you can get from it, I mean, you can barely even see them. Out of all of the brow pens that I have tried, I do prefer this one. It's not super dark. It is very, very fine. And I'm going to continue to use it. How many times have I used it? I've used it 10 times. I'm going to continue to use it, but I prefer my eye gel. My eyebrow gel. So this is not something that I'm going to repurchase, but it is a very nice product for those people that like an eyebrow pen. The Milani Dulce Perla Baked Highlighter. I have used this a total of 34 times, and you can see the slightest, and I mean slightest, little dip. I mean, you can't even see it. I can see it. It's there. It's there. It will take me the rest of my life, and probably all of my children, my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren, it'll take all of us to finish this highlighter. I'm going to leave it in so that we can continue the tradition. My kids have no idea that that will be in my will. The Natasha Denona Bronze and Glow. This is a little mini bronzer and highlighter. And I have used the bronzer in this 25 times. You can see where there's a lot of disturbance right there, and I'll put the picture up that I took of it in January. I can see a big difference. I don't know if you'll be able to notice. Let's see if we can get it up. See? Quite a bit of disturbance there. I love that bronzer. It's kind of a red. It's got a little bit of red in it, but for some reason that really works for me. So I'm loving that. I'm not so sure about that highlighter. It's a little bit too gold for me, but I'm loving the bronzer. No-Budge mascara. I have used this 3 times. So it is kind of drying out. I did wear it today. What did I tell you? 3 times. And so I'm going to declutter that because I think it's lived its best life. The Nude Sticks Magnetic Luminous Eye Color in Doo Wop. This is a beautiful shade. If you can barely see it there, but it's a very pretty shade. And I have used this 2 times in my inner corner, and I will attempt to get some more usage out of that one. The Opalex Bonding Oil, number 7 bonding oil for my hair. This as well will be handed down to all of my grandchildren. I have only used it 5 times, but it takes the tiniest little bit of that, and I have a whole big container of it that I got in a Trend Mood box, I believe. Sally Henson. This is the Insta Dry Fast Dry Nail Color, and it is in the shade Pesto Pink. I used this 1 time, and I love these Sally Henson Insta Dry polishes because they really do Insta Dry. I am terrible at messing my nails up because they don't dry quick enough. So these are really, really good. I love a good pink nail polish, but I did not realize until I put this on and I was looking at the name, Presto. It doesn't matter. It looks like Pepto-Bismol when I put it on. It was awful. The shade is just not my shade at all. And I've had this for years. I bet I've had this for 15 years, if not longer. So I'm going to declutter that one. The Sephora contour. This is Second Chance, and it is a really nice contour. I just keep forgetting to use it. It's not that I don't like it. I just keep forgetting to use it, but it is a beautiful cool tone contour, perfect contour. I have used it only 4 times. Leaving it in, I almost thought about decluttering it, but I did use it today, and it just works so well. I'm going to leave it in and see if I can't. I'm going to attempt, even though I rearranged all of my products once, to put them somewhere where they're right in my line of sight. I think I still need to do just a little bit of rearranging so that I'm like, oh yeah, I need to remember to use that. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. These are my Sigma eyeshadow base primers. These are really, really good. This is Earthen, and I have used this a total of 55 times. It's a little bit darker. This is what I have left. I will put the picture up of what it looked like. It's a little bit darker, but it's still really, really good. The other one is Sorbet, and I have used this only 7 times. This one has a sheen to it. It has a very, very soft shimmer, just a little bit, which I don't know if you can see that. You see how shiny that looks? It's kind of shiny when you put it on, which sometimes is nice depending on the look that you're doing. But there's a lot of that still here. Moving on to the Tarte Clay Pot. This is Blackened Plum, and I've had this for a long time too. And it is such a beautiful shade. And I've only used it 2 times. Again, I had it stuck. I'll show you. I had it stuck over in this little thing where I can't see what I'm doing. I need to move it out because it was so easy to put on just with a little liner brush, and it looked really, really nice. So I'm definitely wanting to get some more use out of that. The Tarteist Pro Glow Face Palette, which has bronzer and highlighters in it, and it still smells phenomenal. I had that stuck over back behind something where I couldn't see this either. I've used it 4 times, and I mean, I can tell a difference in that this is a cream and this is a powder. These are all highlighters. Some of those highlighters I probably am not going to use, and I did think about decluttering this, but I really do want to continue to use it. This bronzer shade is really nice on me, so I'm going to keep using that. My Wet n Wild translucent setting powder, I've only used this once. And I think the biggest reason I only used that once is because I have been using the Charlotte Tilbury. So this is a wonderful powder, which obviously I'm going to leave in and continue to use it. That is 37, 38, 39 products. The product that I have not used yet is the NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum. And the only reason I have not started using this is because I am currently using a number 7 concealer. And I'm almost finished with it. I want to get that one finished, and then I will start working on this one. So that is everything for my 2026 Plan to Pan. I know you have heard me say several times in many of my videos how my grandmother saved her towels. And we don't do that. We're not saving things. That was another reason why I wanted to do this project. Using the things that you have been saving is actually a sign of self-respect. And saving the good stuff for someday is just another way of telling ourselves that we're not worth the good experience right now. So I will be going through my products and adding some things in, especially some of the same types of products that I decluttered, like the nail polish, maybe find another eyeshadow palette that I want to attempt to get a lot of usage out of, mascara, those types of things. I will update you on that in Q2 update. Are you doing a plan to pan? Let me know down in the comments what products you have been focusing on for the first quarter. If you did not see the intro video, it will be up in the cards and linked down below. And as always, I'd like to remind you that makeup is meant to enhance the natural beauty that you already are. And we are all beautiful at any age and any size. Find something to be grateful for today. Pull your makeup out and play with it. And if you have a little bit more time and you would like to spend it with me, YouTube thinks that you will enjoy this video. Okay, I'll see you in the next one. Love you, bye.